I don't like him. I don't like the way he plays. Too many fouls and elbows and spits and stuff for me.
That's just the way he talks.
Well, no, I wasn't going for that. That's not what I was getting at. But
You just said hello, isn't it? Thank you.
oh me.
Good shot.
Right. Should we go for it then, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. It is the new season. We are FDT-TV, and we are here to talk about everything football. Well, two things football, one thing West Ham. We do discuss Liverpool, Arsenal, West Ham, as we are fans of those clubs respectively. As you can see, we're all repping at some point some sort of badge. I am Ian.
I'm Mike.
I'm Phil.
And so if you haven't seen us before, make sure you're subscribed so you can go and check out all of our other videos, because we've got lots of things that are going on currently. We are back. We finished last season with a bang after thinking we're not going to finish this Premier League season. And we do have a predictions champion to sort of unveil, is probably the best word.
Yeah, it was close as well, wasn't it?
It did come down to the last game of the season. But as you can see there, he is the inaugural
Mr.
predictions
Smug.
champion. So that means that he is the one to beat, and he's got everything to lose and nothing to win for this season. I think we shall hand over to Mr. Hawes now, because he is the winner, so he can tell you how he felt about it and his plan of action for the rest of this season.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank my mum and my dad for having me and allowing me to be able to win this magnificent trophy, which I bought. No, I just thought it'd be something nice that we can actually play for something now. So, it was, as Phil mentioned, it was a very close, came down to the final day. Ian was trailing for a little bit towards the end of last season. At halftime, I was winning.
Yeah.
Tried to call it there and then. I said, not a chance. Then Phil was winning, and then Liverpool scored right towards the end of the match, taking me to victory. So I normally don't like Liverpool, but thank you very much, Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, for making this trophy happen.
You're welcome.
Very much appreciated.
So if you was a Spurs supporter, you'd try and get it in their trophy cabinet, wouldn't you?
Oh, mate, I'll be making a DVD about it.
Highlights reel predictions. Bloody hell, that'd be horrendous. Right.
You put it on your Wikipedia page as well, wouldn't you?
So,
yeah, Mum.
A quick recap of last season. Liverpool won. Manchester City got out of their financial fair play stuff, so they're still in the Champions League. West Ham almost got relegated. Arsenal got a new manager and finished strong. Twice? Well, he did. No, he was there the season before, wasn't he?
No, so you had Unai Emery, Freddie Ljungberg interim.
Oh, of course you did. Okay, my mistake. I don't care about him. He don't play for us. He don't play for us anymore.
You got a new manager as well.
We did. Well, an old manager, because we had him, then we got rid of him, and then we got him back in again. Sort of like he went for a siesta for 6 months. But the one thing that we all was raging about for most of the season was VAR. They have confirmed that it is still going to be in the Premier League, which is bad. Well, it was bad, but they have made some changes. Now, I've got two of the changes. I'm sure some of the boys have got some more information on stuff as well, and certainly some opinions. So, number one, they're going to be using the FA guidelines for them, which is for referees to use pitch side monitors, which, in my opinion, fantastic. That's all what we want to see. It was only used once last season, which I think is a little bit of a joke. And two, for television coverage, they're not going to show the offside decisions and them drawing out the lines live on TV, they will go back after the fact and show them, which again I think is a positive, because if there is some really close decisions that will cause a lot of controversy, don't show them to people. But has anyone got any more information that they know of, or any more opinions to put in on it?
I literally went through all the changes for the coming season. The video screens, as we touched on quite a lot last year, is the fact, or they weren't using it, or they weren't using them properly. I think it was more than once, but it definitely wasn't more than a handful. You could probably count on one hand the amount of times they used the video referee. Unfortunately, we were one of the occasions where the video screen was used, with old Eddie Nketiah getting sent off. But I think it's good that they're going to be encouraging them more to use them. It's what we were screaming about last season. They've got the infrastructure in place. Why aren't they using it? So that is good. The offside things, I do think it is a good decision, but where we've got so used to it over last season, where we can see, hoping and praying that we would, if you concede a goal, that there's going to be some sort of offside rule. You're now not going to see that, and I think it is what are you going to be showing on TV for the 3-4 minutes that they're looking into it? Are they just going to show replays that they think is going to be? Because obviously they'll be in, or they will be able to hear the communication with Stockley Park, but we won't. So it'll just be them talking about it. So does that make it any better? Not sure.
Have to wait and see, won't we? At least one good thing about VR I thought was that since the restart, it has improved. It was like that restart period, that period where we were down, was good for VR since coming back. Apart from the first game, second game onwards, it was
I was going to say, yeah. Didn't someone have a goal not given or something because the technology was? Oh no, that was goal line technology, wasn't it?
Oh, they didn't switch anything on. So
yeah. Some of the other interesting things I did see whilst looking into this was they're going to be stricter on goalkeepers when they're taking penalties.
Yeah.
So they have to stay on the line. I thought that was a rule that was in place anyway, but apparently they're being more stricter on it. Encroachment.
Still move around, don't they?
Well, you can move. I think what they're saying is that if you're off the line at the point the ball is kicked,
then it needs to retake it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought that was
they
the rule.
often move on run up, so they often you see that they will stand on the line up until the player starts the movement, and then they start moving around.
But I think what they're going to be checking to the point that the ball is impacted is the keeper on the line.
Yeah.
Because you're going to there's some form of anticipation. Encroachment was another one I did find very interesting. So encroachment on a penalty will come into effect is if there's a direct impact on the ball being hit after the penalty taker. So whether it be a defender kicking the ball away or an attacker scoring a goal, if they were in the box at the time of the deflection, it's going to be scrubbed off. And the other one I found was handball. And this is the only one I've got a bit of a question mark on. So it says there'll be no goal disallowed if a ball travels distance leading up to a goal.
What?
Because obviously what it was last season is that if there was any passage of play and the ball had been handballed and there was a resulting goal of it, it would then count the goal should be scrubbed off. But what they're saying now is that it will only be scrubbed off if it directly leads to a goal. So if there was a handball outside your box, as an example, and the ball's pushed in and then passed to a defender or passed to the attacker scores.
Is that to try and get rid of the ones that are like belted at people from 2 yards? It knocks a hand slightly and then they volley it in. Is that to stop that sort of thing, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yes,
but there was also discussions about the handball rule, and to be honest, it was a massive long paragraph, and I was like, I can't understand that. Oh, it is.
Yeah, there's a bit of saying here about the bottom of the handball will be from the bottom of the armpit downwards.
Okay.
Armpit ball.
So you can hit. Yeah. So you can hit your shoulder and literally this part
Yeah.
of your arm, no problems. That's where
So
it
we're
gets a
going to
bit
have to start getting
crazy.
VAR out on that now to
But
determine whether it hits the top or bottom bit of your shoulder.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. I think it all just depends, doesn't it? Last year it sounded good, but they didn't apply it particularly effectively, and I think they're trying to they're trying to streamline it now.
It's good that we are seeing the changes.
Stuck in me.
I think we would definitely, again, not just us, everyone, pundits, football managers, they're all crying for changes within the VAR guidelines. And the only thing with regards to the offsides as well is that now all goal decisions will be reviewed by VAR for offsides. So
even if it's clearly not.
No. Sorry, what I'm trying to say is if there's a suspecting offside,
right,
the linesman will not flag until after the goal was scored, and then it'll be checked by Stockley Park.
Okay, because isn't that what was meant to happen last year, but they just didn't do it.
I don't know whether they were meant to do it or whether it's been an adaptation, because I think what they were saying is that if it's clear and obvious, then you flag it.
Yeah.
Which will result with the goal being disallowed. But I know I'll use the game for us against Man United as a good example of that, when Aubameyang was about 3 yards onside and the linesman flagged for offside. I think luckily the referee didn't see it.
Oh, yes, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so the the referee didn't see it, allowed the goal to stand, went to VAR, and it was luckily it stood because it was about 3 yards onside.
Yeah.
But I think what should have happened is the goal should have been allowed, or the play should have been allowed. Once the ball hits the back of net, the linesman goes up with a flag. I don't know why I need to show you me doing it.
I suppose just to say I'm not sure about that one. There's a query here. Have a look at it. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, I do have some thoughts on that penalty one. I mean, for West Ham, we don't get many penalties, but when we do, it don't matter because Mark Noble's taking them. So,
has he only missed like one penalty in his entire career?
Well, he's missed one or two. He's not many. He's in the top 5 ever penalty conversions. So,
nice. Yeah, I think it will impact Man United. They're getting more penalties than anyone at the moment.
Yeah, bit light on their feet, though, aren't they? That's because Manchester's on a hill, isn't it? So like the gravitational pull's not as strong as it is down south. Is that not? That's how gravity works, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Right. We'll briefly move on to, because we have already recapped all of these sorts of things in some of our previous videos and the pre-season previews for all of our clubs. Transfers. Since you've released your video, or recorded it, in fact, has there been any movement?
No.
No? Nothing? No ins, no outs?
No.
No.
There are only speculations, and we were going to record this video on the Monday, but we decided that we would allow this week to go through just in case there's any more announcements. And I was hoping and praying for the announcement of Aubameyang. It hasn't come through yet, so I'm a little bit disappointed.
Although the rumours are, what are the rumours? Come on, tell us the rumours.
So the rumours are that he has signed a new deal for us. I'm going to say it as a rumour because until I see it come up on the Arsenal app or Sky Sports, it still could change. But he signed it for 250 grand a week, but there's bonuses and add-ons for the next 3 years. And I think with the bonuses and add-ons, he'll become the highest paid player at our club, deservedly so. The guy's an absolute legend so far. And he's only been, 2.5 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely deserves the new contract. I don't think he's been injured once since he's been at us. Touch wood.
No, you've done it now.
Yeah.
First game,
yeah. But yeah, to be honest, there's a couple of transfers that we've made over the summer, which I'm really happy with. And as Ian said, if you go and check out our season preview videos, you'll see more information on there.
Mm-hmm.
The word is, Mike, that you should hear something by Saturday's game. This is just on Sky Sports. Just checked it.
Yeah. I knew that earlier.
Yeah.
I was just hoping. I was hoping it was going to be today.
You may get an announcement tomorrow, just before the kick-off of the season.
I'm sure you wake up every morning hoping.
I think that logically it would be that they do it before the press conferences, because I suppose, in fact, it might even be after, because the conversation will probably be dominated by, oh, Aubameyang signing a contract, blah. Yeah, we'll see.
Right. Should we move?
Ours is boring.
Well,
Ours is boring.
Are you signing Thiago or
buying.
not?
It seems to be dragging on like Aubameyang is, and a lot.
No. He plays for our club.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening. I think we're tight on money. We need to sell players to get him in. I don't think Gini's going to be heading off to Barcelona. He's having some favourable talks to the club. So, no, I think we're going to have a nice, solid, boring transfer window.
Is that going to put you in the stead of what Tottenham have done, and then it will be very dangerous for you going forward because you've got that same squad? Because they looked phenomenal, and then they've had the same squad for 2 windows, which is similar to yourselves. And then last year they were poor.
But we're not Spurs, and we have youth that are coming through, which I think Klopp's been prioritising to improve. So yeah, there'll be definitely improvements in players on the pitch from where we did last year. So no, I think we'll be fine.
Well, if you're not, we have got that recorded, so we can play it back to you forever.
And haunts me with it for the rest of the year.
But don't forget, we've still got up until I think it's like the 5th of October, so there still could be movement. And I think as soon as you see one key player go, that'll be
it'll be a domino effect, won't it?
That's it, yeah.
Well, I'm just hoping those key players don't leave from us. We've been
I know you've.
we've had 3 bids now in for Tarkowski. The first one went in at 25 million, and they said no, we want 50. And then they went 26 million. So they said, no, 50. So today we put another one in for 28.5.
And they've said,
Really?
get it to 4.
Well, I think they've come back and you know, like when someone's not quite getting it, they're like 50.
Send a
5
fax
0.
Hang on. I've sorted it. Ready? Yeah. Just in case any West Ham people are watching, or any of the West Ham board are watching, probably won't even see it now. 50.
No, it says.
That says 28, doesn't it?
I'm pretty sure that says 28.
Yeah. Just in case people aren't sure.
But yeah, so it's just very frustrating that we've sold one of our promising players. I mean, the players are not happy about it. The fans are not happy about it. The manager's not happy about it. No one's happy about it. So, but it is what it is. It's a business at the end of the day, and they're going to do what they see fit because they own it. So, what can you do? You can only moan, can't you? Right, let's move on to something more positive, shall we? First games of the season are coming up this weekend.
Yes.
I only know what the West Ham one is because I'm dreading it. So
Arsenal Fulham.
Someone else can take over, and we'll give you our predictions for this weekend's games.
So, Mike, you go first as Arsenal are up on the first game against Fulham.
First game of the new Premier League season, 2021. Newly promoted Fulham against my beloved Arsenal.
Are you at home?
No, we're away.
You're away. Okay.
Away at Fulham. I have heard we've got an injury to a few key players at the start of the season, but with the reinforcements that we've got with the existing squad, I think we will do fairly well. I know we didn't travel well last season, but I do think this is going to be an absolute drubbing. But I can see us conceding, so I'm going to go for 4-1.
4-1.
4-1.
What, to Fulham?
Positive.
No, to Arsenal.
Go on, Phil. I'll let you have next jab at that.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal. I think Arsenal will win. I don't think Fulham have got all of that. I see they're bouncing back up again. But I don't think they'll be able to handle it. And yeah, Tottenham. Arsenal are confident. They've had some good games. They seem to be keeping that form. So a good couple of goals. Not 4, but...
One more of that, mate, and you're off the channel.
Got to wind you up somehow.
Okay.
Saying you're winning.
So
that's bad enough.
Now I'm thinking back to when we've played you an opening game of the season, and you always start off a little bit ropey, that first game.
Yep.
I think Fulham being promoted in the way they are going to be full of beans for that first game. I'm going to draw. I'm going 2-2 draw.
Fair enough.
I think there's going to be goals in it.
Yeah, the only reason I've said that is because we've actually got a really good record against Fulham, home and away. And I think if the Aubameyang announcement does come before the start of the season, it's going to give the players an absolutely massive lift. And I think we'll give them an absolute pasting. What did you say your score was, Ian? 2-2?
2-2, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was just making
Solid
Yeah, that's fine. What's next then?
It's Leeds and Liverpool. So we take on another newly promoted team. Yeah, I know, we're at home. But what does home do nowadays? Not much. I do see us winning this though. I think we're going to carry on starting strong as we have done for the past few seasons. We've got players coming back from injury, which is fantastic. We've got a fully fit squad. Been scoring goals in pre-season. So I'm going 3-0 to the mighty Reds.
Ian, you go.
Let's get this train started.
Do you know what? As much as in my lifetime, Leeds haven't been a big club. I think Bielsa's, the way they were playing the last couple of seasons, has been getting better and better and better. And now they're back in the big time. I think this could be a Sheffield United job this season. I reckon they're going to push up there, especially with the manager that they've got. I'm going for a bit of a shocker here. I'm going 2-1 Leeds.
Do you know what? I nearly went for that. So I have gone for 2-1 to Liverpool. I think Leeds will score first, which will give Liverpool a bit of a rocket up the backside. But I do agree. I think Leeds are going to do well this season. In a way, just because it's the sort of person I am. I hope Leeds win. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I think it'll be a cracking start to the season if they beat you guys, because it'll be a little bit of a waterfall from grace. But then we've got Liverpool in 3 weeks' time, and no doubt you're going to have Tonkas then. So,
well, time will tell. Time will tell.
Yep.
And then what's the final game? Newcastle West Ham.
No,
Yeah.
West Ham
Newcastle.
Are we at home?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse. Can we not predict Southend Barnet or something instead?
That's easy.
I
might
not be so depressed. We've made one signing. Our key players have been away on international duty, so I don't know what if they've got to isolate or whatever. That could be interesting. And looking at our Betway Cup performance against an unknown Bournemouth team, I'm going 5-1 Newcastle.
Oh,
and don't forget they've made some signings as well. With
they
the
have,
likes of
and I
Ryan
think
Fraser, Callum Wilson.
Looking at some of the performances in that Betway Cup, there were a few that were protesting what's going on. I think so. That's why I've gone 5-1. I don't think we're gonna. I think we'll go ahead and then we'll just fall apart, or we'll get a very late consolation goal. Either way, 5-1.
Mr. Banham.
yeah, this has been a difficult one. So I've been thinking, as per the last time you met, 2-2 draw. But I've been changing my mind on this one because you have got players who were in form. You had a good shape at the end of last season. You were getting goals. Everything seemed positive, but there seems to be a lot of negativity around the club now, which might dwell on the performance. So, and Newcastle, you say, have signed some good players and they can score goals. So I am going to go 2-1, but to Newcastle.
I have gone very much in the same line of vein. I think West Ham are going to get beaten on this one. I think with the new signings that Newcastle have made, I know they've only been in a short time, and they haven't really had much to cheer about over the last few years with the proposed takeovers and all that sort of business. But it's good to see that they have made some signings. But I do think Newcastle are going to win. I'm going to put them down as a 3-1.
Fair enough. And being as we're talking about new season, there are some other things that come with it. There has to be a champion. It's not going to be you again. I think personally, it is potentially going to be a 3-horse race, and that's going to be Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But say my prediction for a bonus 5 points if I get it right at the end of the season is going to be Man City. I feel like they're going to come back with a bit more of a vengeance this year. If they can stay injury free, then I think they've got a team to shut you up. But yeah, that's my prediction. Man City.
Philippe?
My current one is I'm backing Liverpool on this one. I think we got the strength to do it and the hunger to do it. I think it'll be close, but they've got a few frailties at the moment. They've questionable goalkeeper, and with Man City, I don't think they've resolved the defensive issues either yet, and it makes them a little bit vulnerable. They've lost some massive key players like David Silva, which is going to make a big difference to the squad. Even though they have brought people in to replace it, I think there'll still be some missing. It's going to be close, but it depends what happens in the next month as well. So if they go and buy, that'll make a massive difference. Chelsea carry on buying, then that could make a difference. But as things stand at the moment, I am backing Liverpool.
Did you hear most of that, Ian? Because I heard a bit of a Dalek.
Well, I heard a bit of a Dalek, but what I was guessing is he was going, Liverpool's really good, and we're better than Man City, we're better than Chelsea, and Liverpool. That's what I imagine he said. He was saying
I really want to know.
Exactly.
No, I heard bits
know
about losing key players for Man City and things like that. So we got bits of it. We apologise for any technical difficulties you may have experienced.
Oh, is it bad coming through?
It was, but I think that's just because you're spouting nonsense again.
It's got to be Liverpool.
Yeah, we gathered that's what you was going to go with. Come on in, Mike. Tell us Arsenal.
No, I don't think we're anywhere near good enough to win the league this year. I'll tell you what, if we do win the league, I will take you both out for dinner.
And take me both out for dinner?
Yeah, I'll take you both out for dinner on me
to
more. Celebrate.
Well, I don't want to eat off of you. I don't know where you've been.
I'll shower beforehand.
You can at least see his head clean.
That's strike two.
That was a bit of a low blow, wasn't it? First episode of the season.
No, so in all seriousness, back to it. I as I said, I don't think that we'll challenge for the title. I think we will get top four, or I hope that we will get top four. But I'm kind of torn between two, and because you've gone for one of them, Ian, I think I'm going to go for the other. That Chelsea, I think, will win the league this year.
In fairness, it was a tight call between Man City and Chelsea for me. I think that is definitely going to be a 3-horse race, but I just think Liverpool drop off towards the end.
Do you know what? Depending if they make any signings or not, I would put Liverpool top four, possibly the bottom end of top four.
Yeah, right. Well, we've done champions. Now, someone's got to finish first, someone's got to finish last. So I think just very quickly, maybe we should chuck in who's going to finish last.
And West Brom, Crystal Palace. I'm going to go.
You got to pick one.
Yep.
I'm going to go Brighton.
Brighton?
Didn't they finish like mid-table last
year? Yeah, I think they're going to be on one this year. I'm going Aston Villa. I think they're going to fall apart a little bit this year.
Yeah, it's a good shout. I might go West Brom.
Okay. So it's a very even split here. And finally, we'll finish on a positive, because it's always good to finish on a positive. Who is going to win the Golden Boot? And if you say Sebastian Haller, I know where you both live.
No, he definitely.
I'm going to actually look at someone in a Bamyang on this one.
Bamyang? I'm assuming you're going to concur with that, Mike.
Damn straight.
Now, I think it's going to be a last season in the Premier League for this player, potentially. I'm going for Aguero. I reckon he's going to rocket it. I reckon he's going to get like 30 goals this year and then go, right, I'm out. Like Mike.
He plays half the season.
Mike drop. He only needs half the season, Phil. two goals a game.
See, loads of people are tipping Harry Kane for Golden Boot this year. Honestly, I've seen it loads all over social media that they reckon that Harry Kane's going to be on one this year.
Is that just Tottenham fans?
No. Some pundits and stuff have said that they think that Harry Kane's going to be top scorer. But I'm not being funny. He can do anything for England. The other day, so I can't see him.
I think he's a big fish in a small pond.
Yeah.
And if he was to go to a Man City, a Liverpool, a Real Madrid, a Barcelona, even a Bayern Munich, even though some of those clubs are failing at the minute, he would become a very little fish in a very, very big pond. I don't like him. I don't like the way he plays. Too many fouls and elbows and spits and stuff for me.
That's just the way he talks.
Well, no, I wasn't going for that. That's not what I was getting at. But
you just say hello, isn't it?
Not going to be the end of that, am I?
That was good. Well done. That was good.
Right. So we've all gone for different things apart from that top goal scorer where you two agreed. All I am saying is I'm looking forward to there being some sort of normality back with football coming back. What I'm not looking forward to is West Ham's season, but you can't have everything.
No, it's to be honest, I mean, that was one of the things I know. It's been a while since we've done an actual podcast bit because of the way that things were. It was very difficult to try and get us all available at the same time due to varying commitments and stuff. So we had to do our prediction, or the prediction show formed basically because of the COVID pandemic. But it was nice to carry on. But I'm so glad that we're doing this again. Yeah, just being able to see faces and get some actual interaction with each other, I think is really good.
Yeah, and say hopefully sooner rather than later we'll be able to get together and do it a bit more regularly, all in the same space, or at least majority of us in the same space, and interject it like that, which will be lovely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I would say a big shout out and let us know your thoughts as well in the season to come. Who do you think will get Golden Boot? Who's going to be top three? Who's going to be in the bottom? Who's not going to be in the Premier League for 2021-22?
What I would say is, if you're still watching at this point in the video, I think you should comment down below potato hash, just to see if anyone realises what that's about.
I like it.
Random word of the day: potato hash.
Hashtag
potato hash. So our Twitter handles have been on the screen all the time. Go and follow us on there for daily updates and see what we can do, see other things we're doing, and what else is going on in the footballing community. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel because we have lots of good fun things happening at the moment, and we've got a lot of content coming out for you. Has anyone got anything else to add before we're
now on Instagram?
We are,
and there'll be lots of little new quirky videos and little bits and pieces and snippets of what we're up to coming out on there.
What is the Instagram handle?
It's FDT-TV.
Bit like on the logo down below, the big golden cup.
Exactly.
Minus the hyphen or with the hyphen?
I have no idea.
It's got an underscore.
Okay, so they don't like hyphens today, Instagram.
FDT _ TV.
Yeah. But say, make sure you're following us all so you don't miss out on any content. We are FDT-TV in one. And we will see you very, very soon.